Welcome, and thank you for joining this FlavorWiki presentation with Greenbook. To begin, let me briefly introduce myself and some of the team members who play an important role in our work. My name is Kenny Brader, and I serve as the Head of Client Operations at FlavorWiki. I'll be guiding you through today's session. Before joining FlavorWiki, I worked at Amazon, and today I focus on building strong relationships with our customers and clients worldwide. FlavorWiki itself was founded in 2017 by our CEO Daniel Protz. What began as a one-person company has since grown into a global team of more than 45 experts. Together, we support a diverse customer base across industries and geographies. We're also fortunate to be guided by leaders with decades of experience in sensory and consumer science. For example, Marsha Young, our advisor, previously served as Global Head of Consumer Science at Mondelez International, and before that at Kraft and Cadbury. Her expertise in sensory and insights is a tremendous resource for us. Alongside Marsha, we have Ellie Alexandraki, our Head of Sensory and Consumer Science. With a background from Wageningen University, Ellie leads all of our consumer and sensory projects, ensuring the research is both rigorous and actionable. Now that you've met some of the team, let's take a quick look at what we'll cover today. First, I'll give you a short introduction to FlavorWiki and the work we do. Second, I'll walk you through a case study with CJ, which will highlight our approach to product and concept testing. So, what exactly do we do at FlavorWiki? In short, we are a global consumer research provider. We operate in over 50 countries with a community of more than 2 million participants speaking over 40 languages. This reach allows us to run projects at scale while maintaining a standardized and highly effective methodology for multinational brands. Our core focus is sensory and product experience research. Using our patented consumer profiling methodology, we help companies identify what consumers truly like about their products and how those products can be optimized. That could mean taste, texture, or aroma, but also external factors like packaging, pricing, sustainability, or even the shopping experience itself. We then combine all of these insights into robust statistical models that reveal what really drives consumer preference and purchase intent. From concept to launch, FlavorWiki delivers fast, consumer-driven insights, helping brands refine, optimize, and succeed in the market. Importantly, we're able to manage products in nearly every country worldwide, except in regions with a limited digital connectivity or where sanctions apply. Most of our projects are designed around the full consumer journey. This begins the moment consumers purchase a product, whether in-store or online. They capture short videos and photos and share impressions of the shopping and unboxing experience. Then, as they consume the product, they answer guided questions about taste, texture, aroma, and overall appeal. This approach allows us to create a complete product experience map, connecting the purchase moment with the sensory experience. Our studies are conducted in context, meaning participants interact with products naturally in their own environment and in their own way. This gives us authentic insights into how people really use products, what they enjoy, and where potential friction points may exist. In addition, we can ship product samples worldwide. This is particularly valuable for prototype testing, new formulations, or ingredient changes. In every country where we operate, we partner with trusted local suppliers who blind and distribute samples to our panel. Because we work with only our own verified community, we know exactly who is participating and can validate every result with confidence. Beyond sensory testing, we also support qualitative studies, concept tests, in-home evaluations, and even central location tests. But our real strength lies in capturing the entire consumer journey, from purchase to unboxing to consumption and ultimately to disposal. That's a brief introduction to FlavorWiki and how we help companies better understand their consumers. Next, let's take a closer look at the CJ case study and see how these methods come to life in practice. Let's explore how FlavorWiki guided CJ, one of Korea's leading food producers, through the development and launch of their wellness shots, a fermented probiotic drink. This case study is more than a product story. It's about how careful testing, consumer insight, and iterative optimization can turn a bold idea into a successful product across very different markets. We'll take you from early idea exploration through to the final launch in both Korea and the United States, highlighting the insights that shaped each step. By the end, you'll see how a data-driven consumer-first approach can transform risk into confidence and turn innovation into measurable business success. The launch was a strong success. In fact, CJ highlighted it in their 2022 sustainability report as a benchmark for open innovation, a rare distinction for product development projects. Most client collaborations remain confidential, but this one was recognized publicly because its outcomes were both impressive and measurable. It illustrates how FlavorWiki's approach, combining speed, rigor, and consumer focus, can reduce development risk while still driving real market impact. This recognition also validated CJ's strategic goal to build products that align with evolving health and wellness trends while maintaining a spirit of experimentation and agility. The project goal was simple to state, yet complex in execution, to generate deep, actionable consumer insights that would guide every aspect of product development. We focused on understanding the attributes that truly influence consumer behavior in two distinct markets, South Korea and the United States. These markets differ in culture, consumption habits, and health perceptions, making comparative analysis essential. Understanding those nuances was critical to tailoring not just the product, but also its messaging and positioning to ensure successful adoption in both regions. Our work centered on 5 critical dimensions. We began by assessing awareness, how familiar consumers were with probiotic shots as a category. Next, we measured acceptance of CJ's wellness shots concept. Would consumers be willing to try them, and how appealing did they find them? We then explored usage behaviors, how, when, and why people might integrate these shots into their daily routines. Optimization followed, where we refined product features, positioning, and communication to maximize impact. And finally, we studied adoption, identifying what drives repeat purchases and long-term loyalty. Together, these dimensions created a structured framework for reducing uncertainty and supporting sustainable market success. Each stage built the foundation for the next, ensuring every insight was tested, validated, and put into action. We began with fast, digital in-app surveys. Consumers could view product concepts directly within the FlavorWiki platform and respond instantly. This method allowed CJ to gather structured, real-time feedback in days instead of weeks, accelerating decision-making. By identifying what resonated and what didn't, the team could prioritize the most impactful improvements early in the process. This efficiency was key to maintaining momentum and aligning cross-functional teams around clear, data-backed decisions. Next, we layered in qualitative focus groups. These sessions allowed consumers to share motivations, concerns, and emotional reactions in their own words. For CJ, this added valuable depth behind the quantitative data, uncovering subtle factors that influence purchase decisions, perceived credibility, and emotional connection. This blend of quantitative precision and qualitative depth created a 360-degree understanding of how people perceive and relate to wellness beverages. But we didn't stop at discussion alone. Prototypes were also tested in real-world settings, both in stores and in people's homes. This approach revealed how consumers actually interacted with the product, when they bought it, how they consumed it, and which aspects of the experience mattered most. It helped confirm whether stated preferences aligned with actual behavior, an essential distinction in product validation. By observing these real-world patterns, CJ gained confidence that the wellness shots would not just appeal conceptually, but also perform in-market. In Korea, the launch followed a carefully staged, evidence-based process. We began with digital surveys to measure initial appeal, then ran focus groups where participants tasted 4 prototypes. Finally, products were placed in coffee kiosks to observe purchase behavior in real life. Each stage built onto the previous one, forming a continuous loop of testing and optimization. This disciplined approach ensured that every adjustment, whether flavor, claim, or packaging, was grounded in genuine consumer feedback. For the US, we adapted the methodology to fit local expectations and market dynamics. Central location testing provided controlled environments for evaluating flavor, texture, and packaging design. This was followed by in-home trials, which captured authentic usage behaviors after market entry. The two-pronged approach ensured that the final product aligned with American tastes, communication preferences, and lifestyle habits, without losing the essence of its Korean wellness roots. CJ's journey unfolded in 5 clear steps, moving from early prototypes to full in-store validation. This iterative structure enabled rapid refinement while keeping every decision anchored in real consumer evidence. By organizing the project in this way, we minimized uncertainty at each stage, transforming subjective opinion into measurable progress. It also gave CJ's internal teams visibility into how each insight informed the next round of development, strengthening collaboration between R&D, marketing, and strategic functions. In Korea, focus groups were pivotal in refining the liquid prototype. 70% of consumers found probiotic shots appealing, with preferences split between immune boost and gut shot varieties. Top purchase drivers were clear: health functionality, price, and nutritional value. These insights directly informed how CJ framed the product's local positioning, emphasizing practical health benefits and affordability, two key motivators in this market. It also validated that probiotics had moved from niche interest to mainstream health relevance in Korean consumers' daily routines. Next, visual concepts were tested through digital surveys. Results revealed which packaging designs, product names, and on-pack claims generated the strongest first impressions. This step ensured that the final design would attract attention on the shelf while clearly communicating value and benefit. By integrating visual testing early, CJ avoided costly redesigns later in development and ensured brand consistency across multiple SKUs. Prototypes were then introduced into coffee kiosks for live feedback. By observing real-world purchase behavior, CJ confirmed that price and health benefits were the dominant decision drivers. This validation step bridged the gap between consumer intention and action, reinforcing the importance of affordability paired with functional credibility. It also highlighted how even subtle pricing adjustments could shift perception and sales performance in the competitive beverage category. The key insight from the Korean market was clear: success depended on balancing functional health benefits with accessibility. These two pillars, health value and price sensitivity, became the foundation for local positioning, messaging, and promotional strategy. This clarity allowed CJ to fine-tune communications and ensure that the product was perceived as both beneficial and attainable. For the US, however, the same product required a different approach. Visuals and messaging were refined to highlight modern wellness and convenience, ultimately branding the line as probiotic shots, a contemporary expression of traditional Korean health concepts. Each 2-ounce shot combined cold-pressed juices with scientifically proven probiotics designed to survive stomach acid and support gut and skin health. This repositioning aligned with the US consumers' preference for clean-label, functional beverages. A US prototype was tested in Los Angeles through central location testing. Here, consumers evaluated taste, aroma, and mouthfeel, providing CJ with the data needed to fine-tune sensory performance before launch. This sensory validation ensured that the final product not only met flavor expectations, but also delivered a satisfying premium drinking experience. The testing also confirmed which flavor pairings, such as ginger or citrus blends, resonated most strongly among wellness-orientated consumers. The findings revealed 3 significant differences between markets. First, American consumers were more willing to pay a premium for perceived quality. Second, packaging and on-pack claims played a major role in shaping trust and purchase intent. And third, messaging needed to highlight premium wellness and functional benefits rather than value. In short, while Korean buyers were value-driven, US consumers were motivated by perceived expertise and product credibility. The final validation stage was competitive in-store testing. By measuring actual purchase behavior against key competitors, we confirmed that all previous optimizations translated into tangible sales performance. This step bridged research and commercial execution, ensuring that insights truly delivered market impact. The results exceeded expectations. Over 29,000 shots were sold in the first 12 weeks. From concept to launch, the full journey took just 9 months, much faster than standard beverage development cycles. Even more importantly, the project was recognized publicly as a model of consumer-driven innovation, showcasing how a lean, insight-based process can achieve both speed and precision. The differences between the two markets were striking. In Korea, consumers focused on tangible health benefits and affordability. In the US, design, packaging, and premium positioning were dominant factors. These contrasts demonstrate how the importance of customizing product and communication strategies for each cultural and economic context, an essential principle for global innovation success. Flavor preferences also varied dramatically. Korean consumers gravitated toward fermented and traditional profiles, reflecting familiarity and cultural resonance. US consumers favored citrus-forward and ginger-based flavors paired with clean, benefit-led messaging. Aligning flavor development and communication to local expectations proved crucial for achieving authentic product-market fit in each region. This case highlights FlavorWiki's end-to-end capabilities, from early-stage concept testing to prototype validation and market-specific insights. Our methodology supports every step of product development. Each layer of testing builds confidence, enabling teams to make faster, smarter decisions that directly impact launch success. Our proprietary paired question methodology reduces response bias and pinpoints true drivers of preference. Combining with our digital platform, it enables rapid, globally scalable fieldwork in over 50 countries. Real-time dashboards integrate sensory, concept, and usage data into one clear view, helping teams stay aligned, efficient, and consumer-focused. CJ's team accessed all results instantly through these dashboards, with exportable visualizations ready for immediate decision-making. This transparency allowed marketing, R&D, and strategy teams to stay synchronized, maintaining both speed and rigor throughout the 9-month development cycle. It exemplifies how the right data infrastructure can turn consumer feedback into operational agility. The evidence of product-market fit was undeniable. Repeat purchases, strong sellout rates, and a rising willingness to pay confirmed that the product delivered meaningful value to consumers. Tailored packaging and messaging for each region ensured communication stayed relevant and effective. Most notably, the compressed timeline, from concept to market in 9 months, proved that consumer-driven optimization accelerates innovation without sacrificing quality. To conclude, whether launching a beverage, snack, or functional food, FlavorWiki provides the end-to-end testing and consumer intelligence that brands need to succeed. We help companies move quickly, reduce risk, and bring bold innovations to market with confidence. CJ's Wellness Shots are a clear example of how data, collaboration, and agility can come together to deliver real-world results and set a new benchmark for consumer-driven innovation.